How K-pop Demon Hunters star EJAE topped the charts. Kids everywhere know her voice, if not her name. Wired talks to the former SM trainee about her rise to global superstardom with her hit song Golden. EJAE, the voice and the writing talent behind Golden, has gone platinum. The night before our interview, the 33-year-old singer-songwriter found out that record sales from the K-pop Demon Hunters soundtrack had surged past 1 million units. Jimmy Fallon, of all people, delivered the news alongside a glimmering framed record when she was appearing on The Tonight Show with Audrey Nuna and Rumi for the first full live performance of Golden. Together, the trio make up the singing voices of girl group Hunter/X in Netflix's animated musical turned bona fide phenomenon. If you have a kid, you probably don't need a refresher, but the movie follows Hunter/X's Rumi, Mira, and Zoey as they juggle being astronomically famous while moonlighting as demon hunters. Their singing voices double as their weapons, shielding their fans from the soul-sucking minions of underworld ruler GW. Don't just keep up. Get ahead with our biggest stories, handpicked for you each day. That Fallon appearance and the Saturday Night Live appearance that predated it might have been the first times that American audiences actually saw and heard the human being behind that inescapable song. The adventure fantasy, the directorial debut of Korean-Canadian filmmaker Maggie Kong, who co-directed it with Chris Applehands, is Netflix's most popular film of all time, with over 400 million views. When Netflix released a sing-along version in theaters, it brought in nearly $20 million, dominating the box office. The soundtrack is one of the highest charting of the year, with more than 7 billion streams. Golden, which EJAE partially came up with on a cab ride to the dentist, was #1 on Billboard's Hot 100 for 8 weeks. As of this writing, it's only bested by Taylor Swift but remains in the top 10. The promotional tour for the film, which debuted in June, seems to have never ended. 5'9" and wearing heels, she towers over me when we meet at Netflix's Manhattan offices. She's wearing her hair in 3 braids, reminiscent of Rumi's iconic hairstyle. Despite looking every bit the part of a K-pop star, EJAE doesn't consider herself famous. Nor does she particularly want to be, which is somewhat unexpected, considering she was a trainee at famed K-pop label SM Entertainment for more than a decade. EJAE on K-pop Demon Hunters and her journey to success. Not unlike American boy band forming talent machines of the 90s, K-pop trainee programs start teaching future stars as children. Trainees keep intense schedules where they sing, dance, rap, and manage their physical appearances and personas in the hopes of debuting into a K-pop group and becoming an idol. For EJAE, that moment never came. She was passed over time and time again until she was dropped by the label at 23, which she describes as grandma age for the K-pop industry. Her voice and her personality, she felt, were better suited for the behind-the-scenes role of songwriting. A decade on, she's been thrust into the limelight in perhaps the most meta way imaginable, as the voice of a K-pop star that people can't seem to get enough of. She has also just released a single of her own music. She tells Wired how she's navigating her newfound success, what it's like being in the grueling K-pop machine, and the key to writing an absolute banger. Manisha Krishnan. How's it going? Were you just doing a photo shoot upstairs? EJAE. Oh yeah, I've been doing a lot. We've been up since like 5 a.m. You must be so tired. I'm so tired. Fallon yesterday, and SNL. I was getting my nails done yesterday, and Golden came on. It's been on the Billboard Hot 100 for weeks. What's it like knowing that every kid in America knows the words to your song? Oh my God, it's like a dream come true as a songwriter. Kids are so blunt, so the fact that they love it, it's like, I feel real proud of myself. The toughest demographic. It is hard to get kids' stamp of approval, so I feel like a cool person. The movie came out in June. It's become Netflix's most watched project. There's Oscar buzz. You've been doing the late-night circuit. What has been the most dramatic part of all of this for you? They're all quite dramatic and crazy, and so surreal. But yeah, I mean, obviously SNL and Fallon were just definitely peak, especially Fallon, because he gave us the plaque, the platinum plaque. Oh, amazing. He really surprised us. I was genuinely so stunned. We were all crying. When you were on SNL, were you nervous to sing? I'm always nervous to sing. I'm nervous in the studio to sing, so the fact that I'm performing it is a huge jump for me. My comfort zone, and usually where I feel the best singing is my own little corner in my house in Brooklyn. What is your relationship with fame right now? Do you consider yourself famous?
No.
I consider the song famous, which I love.
Fame is a tricky thing.
I was a K-pop trainee myself, and my grandpa's an actor, so I've seen fame from different angles, and it's very beautiful in the front, but it can get very, very dark. I feel like fame is definitely not for the faint of heart, and so I'm trying to navigate through it. I was a trainee, and then I got dropped, and I wasn't singing. But to be honest, that was an intentional choice. I was like, being an artist and a singer doesn't fit my personality. I kind of let that go. So suddenly getting all this attention is very new. I can't quite say it's natural for me. I love being behind the scenes, but I'm trying to get used to it. I don't know if I should get used to it, but yeah, it's very fascinating, and I'm always grateful. In light of everything that's going on right now, have you sort of changed your mind about whether or not you want to be a performing artist? Songwriting has always been my therapy, and it's kind of where I get away from everything. So I'm like, maybe I can combine that, and maybe being a songwriter is my artistry. As an artist, I don't really want to have my personal things be in the lyrics. I want the lyrics and the songs to be quite universal for everyone to connect to, like how Golden did. So I kind of want my songs to be pop stars, not necessarily me. Can you tell me a little bit of the story of Golden, and did you know it was going to be a hit right off the bat? I mean, in our little circle, yes, it was a hit, but definitely not this caliber at all. The melody came quite instantly. It was on my way to the dentist. The most inspired. Getting a gold filling, by the way. So the melody came really fast, but when we finished it, I had the session with Mark Sonnenblick, my co-writer, right after, and Mark was so excited. I was like, I have this melody. He heard it and was like, oh my God, this is amazing. So when we finished the whole song and the lyrics, we just looked at ourselves and were like, wow, I think this is a smash. Is there a formula to making a K-pop hit or an algorithm to it? Or is it just different every time? For a K-pop hit, a US hit, and a global hit, it's all quite different. I think for a K-pop hit, being hooky is definitely important. Global hit, I've noticed, is a concept that everyone can say, everyone knows what golden means. Everyone has a feeling of wanting hope in their life, especially right now at this time. In the US, that's also important too.